official spam time again, and it's time to review probably the greatest hero in any Transformers series ever. The most noble, heroic, kind, generous, all these heroic qualities. He's just the best. There's never been anyone greater. A true hero in the greatest terms. And you know what? He's humble to boot. You know who this is. You must know. You've read the title. But if you haven't read the title, it is, obviously, Transformers Animated Sentinel Prime. The greatest hero of any series ever. Ever. Can I keep that up for the entire review? Probably not. Sentinel Prime was a bit of a... Keep PC, think of things you can say. He was an arrogant moron who thought he was brilliant. He wasn't necessarily a bad guy, but his dreams of grandeur massively outplayed his skill level. And he thought he was better than he was. And... But here's the vehicle mode. Vehicle mode's quite nice. It's basically a snowplow of some variety. Little Elite Guard Autobot symbol there. Whoa! Glare. Sorry. Elite Guard Autobot symbol. Nice. Little arrows and stuff. Nothing too fancy. You can take the weapons off. They've got that little groove in the handle there. It just goes between these two bits at the back there. Those two. There you go. Just goes in there. Take that off. Which don't seem to be lined up. Never seemed to want to line up. But ho-hum. Bumpers are actually painted. That's something. Tyres all roll. Because, you know, tyres. Big black windscreen. Red light rack. I assume that's what that's supposed to be. See all the lights? Yeah. I don't know if that's a spoiler or what, but, you know, fine. And the plough, theoretically, because it's on a couple of hinges, you can hinge to one side. Which side do Americans drive on? You're on this side, aren't you? So you'd be driving on that side of the road? So that would be pushing it off the side for you. See? I pay attention. I know what I'm talking about. And he's neat. Rolls really well. And he's quite a nice little guy. Size comparison, yeah, sure, why not? There's Battle Slash. So he's a deluxe, but animated are quite generous deluxes, but this one's quite compacted down. It's just well engineered. It's not like they cut corners or anything. It's just well engineered. So he is reasonably compact, and he is probably a slightly generous deluxe by standard scales. I haven't got a deluxe in vehicle mode handy, and I can't be bothered to do so. So, should we transform him? Let's get it on. So, stupid thing to say. Right, so we'll get the top half of the cab section, and on these big grey double hinges, you need to pull that out. Stay there, you. Pull that out from behind the windscreen and rotate it all the way, and does it clip in? Sort of. So it goes back there. So now it's a convertible. Because, you know, why not? So you've done that, and then we need to bring this whole back section up. I'm trying to think of a joke I can make about it, but I can't think of one, so let's not bother. And then need to get these side pieces loose. Okay? On both sides. Okay. Now, this piece here splits. And you need to rotate this out. And then rotate it in. And these tabs sticking out here actually go into the spokes between the tyres there. See these? So when you put it together, then just rotate the tyre until you can push it in flat. Okay? And yes, I'm doing this a very specific way because, you know, So you rotate this out, bring the whole thing around, push it into there, rotate the tyre until it goes in. There you go. Okay. Now bring these pieces down and one click forward, down, and one click forward. Then we get this section here, which clearly the legs is attached to, and you fold that forward to there, straighten out the legs, split the legs, fold the screen down slightly. That's just an aesthetic thing, you don't have to do that, but you can. Then we'll get this and we'll fold it all the way underneath. Now that's about as much as I can show you without giving the reveal away. Let's bring this camera up a bit. Yay! Okay. So now we split this. There we go. Just takes a bit of wiggling. And double hinges. Rotate them all the way out to there. And to there. And then just bring the head forward. And there you have Sentinel Prime in robot mode. And he's alright. He's very, very broad-shouldered and massively narrow at the waist. But then to be fair, all animated figures are. They just are. And from the back he looks fine. From the top he's a little bit gappy, but nothing worth writing home about. And he's fine. The whole thing of why I showed you the transformation a certain way is because basically that's the front of the car. The face and the chest are right there and you can see everything. So I thought I'd do it a little bit more of a surprise for you. And he's got ball joint, he's got a 90-degree bend, nothing in the feet, which is a little bit of a shame, but so what. He's got to break his back backwards if you like. And the shoulders, if we just move this out of the way, they're on a hinge, they will move out of the way. They don't always hold into the tyres very well. Just a little bit of a shame, but it's not the end of the world. And it goes forward and back on this piece in the middle here. But it's also got a hinge out. Now, considering how all this transforms, that's actually really well done. I'm impressed with that. And he's got elbow. Yay! And he has got the most gorilla-sized fists I've seen on a Transformer yet. You can wait for a review when things come in the post. So he is a bit of a beast. Head turns up and down, side to side. Yeah, I think it's on a ball joint. It's just quite covered because of his neck. And look at that general look of disgruntled unpleasure. He's like, that's not very good, is it? It's like he's reviewing my life. Thanks, Sentinel. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Chum. But you get the weapons! Yay! And you can plug that into the hand and just I'm carrying it. There's no other storage in this mode, sadly. But you can do that. And you can actually slide this out. It's got those little notches in there, which go past a little point on that. See that little ridge bit sticking up? You can push that past the notches and that stops it falling out. You can take that and you can put it in his other hand. And now he's got the extremely useful in every combat situation ever, including trench warfare where you're sitting at distance shooting at each other, of a shield and a lance. I can't help you. I don't know. I always thought his weapons were a bit dumb. Having him with some kind of like giant Gatling gun or something, that would have been awesome. That would have been fun. I'd have enjoyed that. All in all, he's quite a nice figure. I think the basic downfall is, as much as I made a joke out of it when I was doing the little intro part, he's just a really unlikable character. I know they tried to redeem him at the end by going, he's not actually a bad guy, he's just, too proud and he's gone about it the wrong way and blah blah blah. He's just not a likable character. He's a fall guy, he's a joke. And therefore, you don't want the figure of him. which again is a shame because the figure's really nice. Like this detail on the chest here. That is to emulate this detail, although this becomes the chest, which it doesn't. But they've got the lights and the grill and stuff, and it all looks really good. They've got the Elite Guard symbol from the top there. It all looks really good. It just... I don't know. He's never anyone's favourite figure, is he? There's Road Trap for size comparison. So he's a deluxe. What more do you want me to say? He's a deluxe. He's a deluxe size. He's quite a hefty deluxe. He's definitely stocky, but he's not particularly tall. And I like the figure. I think the figure's quite nice. Certain bits could do with a bit of a floor polish, maybe. A little bit rickety, but he holds together perfectly fine. It's just personal preference. I could do with floor polishing it. But I don't know. He's just not top of the line. He's not one you're going to go out of your way to get. Probably. And I feel this grey's a little bit dark. I feel like in the show he was a much lighter one, probably more like the hands. But the face is a very dark grey. I mean, you compare the grey of the hands to the grey of the face. There's a big difference. So if you want to get him and repaint him, maybe, you know. And I always kind of feel, I don't know why, that this should be black. Although this is the bit that goes behind the windscreen here, which is sort of smoky colour so you can see through it. That's kind of dumb, but, you know, fine. I don't know if they just had to use enough clear plastic or something. But I kind of feel like that should be black as well, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. No light piping. Who cares? It's fine. It's all good. I don't know. He was just... I think they made him too much of a joke and made him too unlikable in the cartoon for you to like the figure so much. And because the weapons are just so dumb, they kind of draw it back a little. Draw it back? You know what I mean? They kind of... Nah, I don't know. But again, it's a shame because he's quite cool. The transformation's quite fun. I do like how the shoulders become the back axle, like the entire thing. And he does compact up really nicely, and he is a cool little figure. It's just he's not going to rock your socks. He's not going to change your world, and I don't know. A little bit of a downer. Don't want it to be a downer, but you know, We'll leave it a little bit and see if I feel any more cheerful, and see if I can grab something else to review. Failing that, I'm doing a 12.5-hour shift tomorrow, so you won't be getting one until maybe tomorrow evening, if I'm not too tired. So, I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one. See you later, alligator!